Hey viewer, welcome to a very special New Vegas mod video. It's very special because today we're going to be looking at a mod that I made just recently. Published it just earlier this afternoon, and I thought I would record a playthrough of it. Maybe give some director commentary, I suppose. So yeah, this is The Axeman by the aforementioned me. This adds Axeman, the famous El Chessbreach character, as a companion. And you might be saying, well, wasn't there already one of those? And yes, there was, by a Cherokee Master, but he removed it some time ago. And, I don't know, I guess that inspired me to make one myself. Not that it really needs to, because, you know, it's not like it's either of our characters to begin with, but, you know, I don't think it's matters. I think there can be a million Axeman companions if there are enough people that want to make them. But this one is mine. So here, have a look around Axeman's camp. This place was a bit basic in the beginning, but while I was waiting for Al to send me his voice lines, I kind of spruced it up a bit. Got the little diving board over here, where Axeman likes to go swimming. It's very filthy water. Might be why he's a little on the weird side. Got his bathroom over here. I thought this was quite amusing, quite inspired of myself, if I do say so, because I don't care about sounding like an arrogant jerk. This is where Axeman keeps all the wood he chops. The tires, which came from those cars in the parking lot over there. That's some lore for you. Guess we should probably stop avoiding the matter at hand and actually talk with Axeman. Hey!
Axeman's not in the mood for playing patty cake with strangers, so get the fuck out of my camp, Axeman.
What?
Unless you're here to help Axeman, get the fuck out of my camp, Axeman.
Maybe I can help. What's the problem?
I'll give you a hint. I'm Axeman.
That ain't exactly breaking news, jackass.
Axeman has no time for this. Axeman must find his axe, and he's not gonna do it wasting time with you.
There's this. If you give a man an axe, the quest for this mod. So you might notice off the bat, Axeman is a little different than you might be familiar with him. He's a lot gruffer, tougher, more mean, maybe even serious. I did this on purpose because I wanted him to feel a little more distinct from the Cherokee Master mod. And Al did a good job, I think. This voice acting specifically, I meant it to be more like the original DayZ videos that Axeman came from, actually. That's the reference I sent to Al in the script, and I think it's good. I think this has a reason to exist.
Axeman is about to put the hospital in hospitality.
You know, he still says he's gruffer, but he still says silly things like that. So that's why I wanted to do that. Do you have anything to trade?
Axeman sells meat and nothing else.
Well, I guess I messed that up. 0 out of 10 mod. Guess I'm gonna have to delete it now. Anyway, so about that axe.
Are you gonna help Axeman find it or not?
How'd you lose it?
It all happened 2/3 of a week ago. Axeman was out and about, scouting the desert for signs of tasty animals to harvest, like bighorns and soda machines. He had just spotted a flock of sarsaparilla. One of them was wounded and would make for easy prey. Axeman leapt into action. But suddenly, a bright, searing light, thousands of dog whistles howling in his ears. A trap. Axeman.
And that's when you were abducted by aliens, right?
Axeman does not take kindly to your illusions of mental instability. He is not deluded by fantasies of the supernatural. Of course I wasn't abducted by aliens. Axeman was abducted by zombies. Axeman.
Zombies? You mean ghouls?
Are you insinuating that Axeman is a racist? No. When I say zombies, Axeman means zombies.
Okay, I think you're giving me a migraine.
Axeman only trades bighorn meat. You won't find any of your grain here.
Not helping.
As Axeman was saying.
Let Axeman continue. So this might be a little awkward, but the reason there's this little interlude here where you have to let Axeman continue is because Bethesda's engine is actually really bad for these kind of conversations. So basically this was done to kind of minimize redundant voice files because that's just the way the engine works. So fun fact.
The angry light had put Axeman into an involuntary man-sleep, during which the zombies dragged Axeman back to their lair. When Axeman awoke, he was tied to a rock. They'd taken my supplies, my pants, and most importantly, my axe. This next part of the story is very boring, so I'll skip ahead a few days.
Yeah. So at the beginning of this, I'm actually just now thinking about this. Axeman said this all started 2/3 of a week ago, so that would be about 4.5 days. And then he says he's going to skip forward a couple days.
Cold, hungry, and with a horsey jaw from gnawing on his bindings for several dozen hours, Axeman was finally able to free himself. But Axeman hated to admit it. He was in no shape to do battle with the zombies. They were too numerous, and he too axeless. So like a greasy gecko, Axeman slipped away into the night, returning to his camp, to gather his strength, to put on his remaining pants. To go back and kill the fuck out of those damn dirty zombies.
So yeah, Axeman was gnawing on his bindings for several dozen hours. So I'm trying to think. I think this timeline would make sense if it's like Axeman just now got back to his camp. So I think this works, but I don't know. I could do the math very easily, but I'm just not in the mood to do it. So I gave you the option to say I can't help with this right now.
Why the hell did you sit through my entire goddamn story just to say no? Get the fuck out of here.
I thought that would be funny if you could, if you go through the whole backstory, but you still say I don't want the quest. I thought that would be amusing.
Axeman is about to put the hospital in hospitality.
So anyway,
Are you gonna?
that's actually why I put these little things here where you can say let's skip the backstory, because it's also like, you know, if you play this mod on multiple characters, you don't want to sit through the whole story again. So I give you this option.
Good. Axeman will now transfer knowledge of the zombie lair to your wrist map. Hey-ya!
Mm-hmm.
Axeman will join you in this battle, whether you want him to or not.
Yeah, so that little, when Axeman applied the map marker on your Pip-Boy, there's supposed to be an option where he punches, but it doesn't always work, and I don't think I can really control it. It just happens when it happens. But I guess that time it didn't happen. Axeman has joined your party, granting you the survival expertise perk. So this perk, it's like Veronica's perk, where you can access crafting, but Axeman's is a little more interesting.
Chop some wood? Don't need to axe me twice.
Because when you craft with Axeman's assistance, you actually get a big buff to your survival skill just for making the craft. So I thought that was a cool little idea. So yeah, like it's more like the companion is actually helping you craft. So wouldn't it be, that would be a mod I wouldn't mind for Veronica actually to do that. So I thought this was funny too. So for this quest, Axeman, he told you that he's coming with you whether you want him to or not. So if you try to tell him to wait,
No.
he just refuses. Same for if you tell him to try to part ways.
You are bound by your promise. Axeman will be parting no ways until he has his axe.
So like right now, you're kind of just stuck with him unless you complete the quest or he dies, which you can only die in hardcore mode. So yeah, let's get moving.
Axeman is with you.
Righty then. You can see here, I am a big fan of JIP Companions Command and Control, so I did include a avatar for Axeman as a optional file, so you can have that. You see here all of his dialogues,
Got it.
switches to his throwing hatchets. He does have multiple ranged weapons, which I will show in a minute.
Let's axe it up.
And this is kind of a feature I like, just a little immersion feature. When you tell Axeman to be aggressive,
Measure once, axe twice.
he actually draws his weapon, and if you tell him to go back to being passive,
Axeman will be ready.
he puts it away. That's a little thing, just a little touch I liked having.
More chopping for me then. Axeman is always close, but now he's closer.
So he can do all that. He has all the basic features as he should have. Speaking of basic features, got my little examine text I like to put in my mods. The name Bozang is inscribed on the inside of the pelt. That's a reference, Axeman. You might even know it. If the metaphysics work that way. So, yeah. We have a quest. Recover Axeman's equipment at the location. So this cave we're actually going to is not the Coyote Den. But, this location is so close to where the actual cave we're going to is that I just figured why even bother putting another map marker in, because it's just so close to that one. Let's go ahead and actually arrive from the emergency service rail yard, because I think there's a potential bug here. Maybe not bug, but like mess something up. Because assassins like to spawn in this canyon, and we might want to get rid of them beforehand. I don't think it will mess up anything, but it might. It didn't in any of my testing, but you know, for recording the video, may as well and do the best we can. This is actually farther behind the location that I thought it was. Poo-poo on me, I suppose. And are there any meters? It's not here. They're not here. I don't see every time I fast travel the Coyote right there. Yes. They slow off, so I suppose. Yes. Interesting, no? Or maybe it's a weird base bug where sometimes NPCs just don't appear when they should. Who knows? Alright, so. There's someone else over there. Okay. All the coyotes are here, so I figured the Legionnaires should have spawned here. But yeah, so the fast travel marker for the Coyote Den, which, come to think of it, why does this place have a fast travel marker? It's a very small location. But yeah, it takes you right there. So I didn't really see a point to adding another one right here, you know? Yeah, here's the entrance to the cave. Blends in fairly nicely, I think. The Serpentine Cave. Alright. So... yeah, let's go ahead and show the one feature. Axeman, you're looking a little dark. Let me fix that. There we go.
Axeman is at your service.
Alright, so let's talk about your tactics.
I'm well versed in axtics.
Okay, and this is where you can ask him about the usual things that you can do with the control interface, but there is another thing you can do here. Let's talk about what weapons you're using.
Axeman.
So, Axeman, you got hatchets, and you got throwing hatchets. Do you have an actual gun you could use?
I'm Axeman. But yes, Axeman does have a rifle he keeps for emergencies. Very unlikely emergencies.
I'm just saying we might face situations where axes don't cut it.
How about Axeman shows you exactly what his axes can and cannot cut? Axeman.
Alright, forget I said anything.
I already have.
Okay, so Axeman does have a rifle you can unlock, but you do need to pass a pretty high speech check, which I thought was amusing. So let's just go ahead and clear out mod AV here.
But
Okay, so I know axes are your specialty, but it'd be good to keep our tactics flexible.
Ugh, fine, but Axeman doesn't have to like it. Just say the word.
So, what you can do here is, companions have their special companion weapons, and they usually just have one of those. Axeman has multiple, so you can ask him to switch to his ping shooter instead of his throwing hatchets.
Axeman wants a gun that shoots axes.
Yeah. And once you recover his axe, you can also ask him to switch back to his hatchet, like if you just want to do that for whatever reason. So I thought that was a cool little feature to add. And also maybe like, I don't know, future updates, additional quests, unlock even more weapons he can use, etc.
It's all in the backswing and the foreswing. Swinging is important for fighting with an axe.
Isn't it so? Enough about tactics.
Ready for action.
Indeed you are. Let's get moving.
Axeman is with you.
So the ping shooter, if you could guess by the name,
Axeman wants a gun that shoots axes.
indeed, is actually a battle
Fletcher
rifle.
once, axe twice.
I know in the DayZ videos, he didn't use the Garand, but it's the closest equivalent, and I didn't feel like hunting down some mod resource. I do use mod resources in here, but I don't know. I didn't want to use too many. So actually, let's
axe it up.
use your swing hatchet for a bit. Go to the dungeon.
I'm not gonna axe nicely. Axe. Oh.
Alright, there we go. I'm not carrying 8 items. What? Oh, I didn't pick up stim packs. Well, Axeman could conceivably die if I allow him to. That's not good. In fact, why don't we go ahead and turn off hardcore mode so he can't die, and also put that back on normal. I'm sorry. I'm a noob. So, yeah, there actually is a bug if Axeman dies in a specific situation, and it can get you stuck in this cave. I will fix that very soon. It's a very minor bug. I mean, if Axeman dies in the situation that he dies, like, you'd probably just reload anyway, so it's not a super big issue right now. But, if you want to be aware of it. We have nope. So this guy who's trying to kill me right now is actually very interesting. Something I'll talk about in a moment if I get a chance. Okay, Axeman, why don't you... Yeah, Axeman, this is why I asked you to use the gun. And now, Axeman is kind of shy in here. There we go. Yeah, so this guy up here on the cliff is actually pretty interesting. He has an ambush package. So when you come in here, he's like hidden in the shadows. But when you enter into this room, excuse me, he pops out and starts trying to get you. I thought that was a cool idea. I use ambush packages quite extensively, again, in another point of the mod. Alright, so this is the dungeon. I imagine the rock Axeman was tied to was probably right here, I would say. Lore.
Axeman will be ready. Let's axe it up.
Mm-hmm. Axeman, why don't you go get him?
Fletcher once, axe twice.
There we go. Let's hear something more of that combat dialogue. Ooh. That wasn't voiced. That's a bug. A very minor bug in the grand scheme of things.
Question. Like the side of your own spleen?
More corpses. Okay. Come on. Axeman. I'm just trying to be wary of the nav meshing in here. Just want to keep a close eye on that, because I figure if I screwed up anything, it'd probably be people getting stuck somewhere. So we've got wild ghouls as opposed to feral ghouls.
Watch this.
They're mindless and crazy like feral ghouls, but smart enough to like use guns, basically. That guy seemed to be a little confused for a moment, actually. Okay. Man, you falling okay? Okay. I don't know. I put that there because I thought it'd be interesting. I don't know, level design. I feel like I'm an okay level designer. I mean, this level is just a hallway, but you know, I think it's decorated nicely, at least.
Like the side of your own sleeve.
Wanna finish them off? There we go. Alright then. So here's the gore room. Got a bunch of NPCs, corpses. They got a little trigger they're attached to, so like parts of them will explode, so adds to the gore factor. Thought that was nice. Oh, and this mod is an ESM, so you know these black guys don't have a severe case of vitiligo. That's very important to me. I don't know. It's not a super big deal, but it just feels so jank when all your characters of color just have white skin with their normal colored heads. Got this. Actually posted a picture of this guy a while ago. Because there's actually a way you can pose ragdolls in the Gek. Interesting fact. So, anyway, here's Axeman's gear. And, hold on. So I'm thinking, there might actually be a bug here. What happens if I take all? Ooh, okay, that's a bug. If you take all the items out of the trunk, it breaks. I did not realize that. It's weird that breaks, actually, huh? Because there's basically a counter that ticks up when you pick these up. There's probably a much smarter way to do this, but this is how I did it. But,
Thank you for looting the box. Now, gimme.
yeah, so if you take them, it works, but if you do take all, it doesn't. That's weird. I'm not sure why that happens. Okay, so there is a betray route where you can kill Axeman and just take the items for yourself. You know, role-playing. But we're just gonna give Axeman his items.
Yes! Axeman returns to his full power. Axeman!
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, friend. Let us return to the overworld. I wish to congratulate you under less smelly circumstances.
So you might notice that some of Axeman's lines, his lip sync acts a little weird. Like, it's delayed, and then it, like, catches up. I think I know what's happening there. I think it's because I, like, cut the audio a little too close, and the lip sync generation just glitches out. I'm not sure, but, I'll fix that at some point. It's not really a big deal. Probably less of a deal than the thing where you can get trapped in the cave if Axeman dies in this upcoming sequence. But, sounds good to me. Let's get out of here. The hell was that? So I was actually quite proud of that scream sound effect. I basically just took a bunch of feral ghoul sounds out of the game files, threw them in Fruity Loop Studio, added some reverb, and turned out quite nicely, actually. Axeman's actually supposed to look around and surprise when that sound effect goes off, but I guess he's not because he's got his weapon out. But, Axeman, what the hell was that?
Sounds like some zombies came home to a holly jolly clusterfuck. There's no other way out of this cave than the way we came in. And by the sound of things, there's a horde of zombie bastards standing between us and the exit.
You don't seem too worried about any of this.
Worried? I have an axe. And I am absolutely soaking in anticipation.
Damn right. So this sequence, it's not perfect, but I might have some better ideas about how to do it in the future. But basically, this sequence is like a Left 4 Dead crescendo event, basically, where we're trying to run out of here, and these ghouls are actually like coming towards us, using a bunch of ambush packages. So it's like as we move forward, more ghouls are like going to be coming towards us. Yeah, you see like back there. It doesn't quite work perfectly, and Axeman for some reason gets shy again. But probably with some more intensive scripting, probably get to work a little more dramatically and awesomely, I suppose. I'm just trying to think of adjectives.
Mess with the man, you get the axe.
But yeah. Because I didn't want to just have the enemies just standing around and you run into them. I wanted them to feel like they're actually, like, coming at you. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're getting a little swarmed here. Axeman is not prioritizing the right targets. I swear, sometimes he doesn't always work. You might be unimpressed with him right now, but I swear, in one of my playtests, he, like, took down 5 ghouls in half as many seconds, so... he just gets shy sometimes, I don't know. So, there we go. Man, come on. I noticed it's something to do with his combat style. You might have noticed on the HUD there. It said he was in combat, and as soon as that stopped, he started moving again. So I don't know. Maybe it's something with his combat style that gets him all shy like that. There you go. So there we are. These guys, I think I might have put them too far. The ambush trigger is supposed to be like right here, but they just kind of stand there.
They all fall down.
No, Axeman, there are plenty still standing, actually. There we go. And that guy, I don't know what that guy's doing. Hey, buddy. I mean, I guess he's scared. For good reason.
It is thanks to you that I once again wield my birthright.
Did I spell wield right there?
You've been a friend to Axeman in ways he can't even pronounce, let alone repay.
So, that little flash effect when we escape the cave, I kind of just did that because I wanted to see if I could. I don't know, it felt a little more climactic than, oh, you're at the end of the big escape sequence, press E. So I don't know, having it a little automated like that with the special effects, I feel like it was a little cooler that way. But, you know, Axeman, we make a pretty good team.
Yeah, like pancakes and sausage, together forming a complete breakfast, ready to clog the veins of our enemies. And that is why I make this proposal.
What is it?
Axeman offers to be your battle buddy, a companion and ally throughout your wild adventures in the wasteland.
Well, Axeman? Sorry, but not now.
Very well. For now, Axeman will return to his camp to dance the traditional happy dance. I hope our paths cross again one day. Goodbye.
Yeah, Axeman was returned to Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. So actually, we're going to go talk to Axeman again. But actually wanted to check that, because I think this isn't really a bug, but I wasn't sure if you can ask Axeman about his personal questions, basically, while he's not hired. Oh, why did I fast travel here? I want to go here. Not really a bug, but it would be weird if you couldn't ask him this stuff. What the? Mouse, what are you doing? It'd be weird if you couldn't ask him this stuff while he's not recruited. He might actually be sleeping right now. That won't do. Oh, he's not sleeping. So, yeah, I was actually pretty proud of Axeman's tent at night. The light has this special emitter set to it so that it turns off during the day and is only on during nights. And it looks quite nice. It's almost enough to convince you, maybe, that New Vegas has a half-decent lighting engine. Until you look over here on this Joshua tree, where the light is clearly shining through the tent. That's annoying. So, yeah, let's see if we can talk to Axeman about his history.
Hey there.
Hey there. Okay. Alright, looks like everything's in order. I'd like to know more about you.
What do you want to know about Axeman?
What's your story?
Axeman was reborn as a beautiful baby on the shores of California. When he became a man, he ventured out into the wasteland. He saw many sights, met many people, killed many weird things. Eventually, he just sort of ended up here in the Mojave. Not really any special reason. Nice enough place. Good hunting.
So, yeah, right when I posted up the mod, I immediately got comments saying, what do you do? Rip off? Rip off? Isn't there already an Axeman mod? And, I mean, Axeman is a character from L's DayZ video, so I feel like anyone can make an Axeman mod if they want to. But, again, I did purposely try to make this Axeman distinct from Axeman. You can tell this Axeman is different because his name has a hyphen in it. So yeah, just to clarify, this is, for all intents and purposes, a different character. There's no crossover with the Cherokee mod, besides, like, you know, names and stuff. Like, I might make a quest about the road fuckers. I don't know when or if that will happen, but I might do that. But yeah, this is a completely different mod. And you could use them together, I guess, if you wanted to. Let's ask you more questions. Why are you called Axeman?
It is the name Axeman chose for himself.
You came up with your own name? Again, another pretty significant difference from the Cherokee mod. Axeman named himself Axeman, and he's just always been Axeman, basically.
Yes, it is the right of every man to choose their own name. Was that not the case for you?
Well, my name was decided by my parents.
I have heard of this tradition. Did they ask for your opinion?
No, because I was a baby.
Hot tamales? How could anyone name a baby? They can't even talk right.
So, again, like I said again before earlier, even though this Axeman is kind of more serious, quote-unquote, than the Cherokee mod, it's more that he's just eccentric rather than outright insane. Like the Cherokee mod, like, why am I getting Discord messages? I'm in the middle of recording something, damn it. But anyway, why did you choose the name Axeman?
Axeman's village was very close to a city from the before times. As a boy, he would explore the ruins. He would find many treasures hidden in the rubble there, but his favorite were the knowledge squares.
Holotapes.
One of those squares told the story of a boy, much like Axeman was at the time. One day, the boy had picked up an axe and used it to chop down a tree. He didn't even have a reason. He just did it. It was inspiring.
So you just like chopping things, that's it?
Well, yes, but also know. The axe is a tool, its purpose to shape the world around us. With axe in hand, man becomes his own creator, Axeman.
Well, that's very philosophical of you. So, if you're wondering, that story he's talking about, that is supposed to be referring to George Washington chopping down the cherry tree. And in hindsight, I should have, told Axeman to say, used it to chop down the cherry tree. But, I don't know. You might have noticed, when I asked him his story, he said he was reborn, and that's because the lore I was thinking of is that Axeman, kind of in reference to DayZ, he kind of has this reincarnation-based religion. So, the implication I was going to go with is that Axeman believes he is the reincarnation of George Washington, but, I wasn't sure how to write that in, and by the time I really started thinking about it, I kind of already sent all the lines to Al. But, yeah, I thought that was funny. Do you have an actual name?
What? Axeman needs no other names. He is Axeman.
It's just that Axeman is an unusual name.
Names are used to identify things so that we understand what they are. If Axeman was named Oscar or Jeffrey, it would mean nothing. That would be unusual.
I suppose so. Let's never talk about this again.
Axeman.
Alright, so just to clarify to myself, does this work?
Axeman leaps into action.
Yeah, that works. And hold on. Guess gotta wait for that to kick in a bit.
Axeman is at your service.
And he should be able to go to...
You say that, but do you mean it?
Yeah, you should be able to go to the Lucky 38. And, hold on, I just want to point this out.
You're talking a lot, but you're not saying anything.
That is a reference to the song, Psycho Killer. Just in case you might have, pondered that for days on end. That is indeed what that is supposed to be. I was actually thinking of making a trailer for the mod with that song as the backdrop, but then I realized it would have taken a lot of work.
You say that, but do you mean it?
So yeah, why don't you go to the Lucky 38?
Wait, you live there? Axeman was plotting to chop it down.
So yeah, he only says that once, and then if you recruit him again and then send him back to the Lucky 38, then he'll be like, Axeman could use a good pampering. But yeah. Lore. Character developments. Guess we can go to the suite and check him out. I did set him to sandbox and kind of walk around the suite so he's not just standing in there like a lot of the vanilla companions do. I think he spawns in that room over there, actually. And there he is. There is the man.
Hey there.
Hey there. Kind of a sensual hey there, isn't that? So anyway, yeah, that is the Axeman, the mod by me. You can download it right now. There are some minor bugs at the time of this video, but I will probably fix those really soon because they're very small and very easy to fix. So with that, goodbye and enjoy the mod.
Goodbye.